feeling pretty effective.
This video came from YouTube.
It's trending on Twitter.
Why is it not on the news?
The Mande1a Effect.
Wait, what?
It's the Mande1a Effect.
The lion will lie down with the lamb.
Come on, I'm starting the show here. We're rolling.
Unbiased and on the fence.
Welcome to Unbiased and on the Fence. I'm Shane. Thank you so much for joining. And I am joined with my co-host, Josee. How are you doing today, Josee?
I'm doing very good. How are you?
Oh, doing great. We have a chat room full of people already. And Maureen Monroe, congratulations. You are first into the chat.
Again, she was first yesterday too. Good for you,
awesome.
Maury.
Dominic Frost gets the runners up. And let's see. Better do a shout out early while I still can. Says there's only one person in here, but I see that's a lie. Holly G, welcome. Candy Apple, welcome. Sivan Argyle, welcome. Lenny, and okay, it's still an intimate. Nope, 22 people watching. It just popped up. That's
Hi,
awesome.
everyone.
All right, how is the stream going? Is this a better setup? I believe this is working out better. So can't complain, and it automatically switches between you and I. How is that? We get to see your third eye whenever I'm talking down there.
Oh, and I see your cute.
Oh yeah.
Your cute thing.
Yeah, they just see the Unbiased and on the Fence logo. That is off of the edge of what they can see. But hey, you know, it's all right. I can't even say it if you feel better about it. Jim, I'm a Puddle Duck is here. Welcome. Jessica,
Hi,
welcome.
baby.
Not So Fancy Nancy, welcome. Catherine Kitty Cat.
She's from Montreal.
Kevin T, welcome.
Hi, Kevin.
Vanna Venaccio. I probably butchered that. Meditation Man, welcome. And Wisdom of the Lunar Rays. And Brooke Bollinger. Gotta be me. I heard that. Go Kart Bob. You put I'm 41st. What a great laugh. Thanks, Bob. I needed that.
Yay, Bob.
Trey Kersey is here. Skies Above is here. Saying hello to both of us. So welcome everyone to the chat.
So glad you guys made it.
Fola, Geist Fola, Jane. I think I pretty much got it.
Good job, Shane.
Oh, thank you. Not So Fancy Nancy was saying she loved my my cartoon about Jesus and the Mande1a Effect. I forgot about that. Well, not really. I just hadn't thought about it in a while. Welcome to Barbara, Kev Baker, and Juan. Wonderful to see you all in here. It's freezing,
Hi,
really?
Ivy. Well, yeah, it's cold here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, freezing. The weather. I thought the screen was freezing again. I'm like, wow, it looks green for me. You
Well,
might want to
maybe they're
refresh.
talking about the screen. I was talking about the weather, but
Yeah, we actually had ice on or snow on the ground today, and I'm like, is that really snow? Could have been ice or something. I don't know. Candy Apple from Tennessee is here. Is that what that TN was for? I got to look for initials. I just always assume I know what the initial is, but it could be something else. Catherine, welcome.
Oh, you
So
have
how have you been
problems
feeling?
with the initials too for the
The
states?
states? No, I just wasn't positive that it was for Tennessee. I thought somebody else might have had a name, a TN initial.
I see.
You never know if people are saying something to you or, you know, to someone else.
Yeah,
A lot of times everyone has their own conversation going on. I don't think they're even paying attention to us, but hey, they're spreading the love and the light. Oh,
That's all.
freezing in Tennessee. Okay, yeah, because you're pretty far south too. You're not really that much
Oh,
further
it's
north.
really cold here.
Yeah, it's crazy. Snow in Minnesota, Alicia says. So yeah, the weather's cold. I'm not used to it being cold in April like this. I mean, I've even lived in St. Louis, and of course Atlanta. It was really nice. When I was doing my painting business in Atlanta, I remember painting a couple of days before Christmas outdoors, the outside of someone's house, and I'm like, man, this is just, and it was nice. I like had to take my jacket off in the afternoon because it got up into like the 50s and stuff, you know, right before Christmas. I loved it. Loved the weather. I love Georgia so much. The traffic, you know, there's always the good and the bad, and the traffic really kind of ruined it down there for me.
Aw.
Poor baby, right?
I don't even have to say it anymore.
I know it's coming.
I
feel
wasn't
it coming,
even-
baby. Yeah.
No, I wasn't even thinking about that. So, how have you been?
Oh, that's awesome. Maureen Moreau says she subscribed to Discord and she gets the notification on there. So yeah, I do actually send it out on Discord. And I wish if let's see, what time is it? I'm wondering if Willie hops in here, he knows the link and can paste it in there for me. He's awesome about that. It would actually be pretty difficult for me to go find that link right now. But
It's 10 over there, I think. I think they're still on the old time.
yeah.
They do change the time too, but later than us. So I'm not sure if it's 5 or 6 hours, but it's 10 or 11 over there.
Let me try to turn
So-
this up a little bit so make sure people can hear you. There we go.
Am I on mute?
No, you just weren't very loud. Oh, you're saying did I forget to unmute you? No, I didn't forget. You know, that's funny because it shouldn't get me whenever you're teasing me and you're moving your mouth, because I can still hear you when they can't hear you. That's the whole problem. I wished oh, there he is, Willie. I appreciate it. He was lurking. He's like, oh, I wanted to lurk, but now I got to come out of the shadows and post the link.
Salut la Belgique.
But I appreciate that, Willie. That's a big help, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do I get that link again?
What time is it there, Willie?
22:53 for Geis Fola.
11, yeah.
Geis Fola. Willie is still probably caught in the lag. He'll tell us in a second. Scott Light Warrior Craig. We're gonna have a panel tomorrow night. I gotta check with Josee. I haven't even asked her. I just assumed she would be there because you know, I hate to take it for granted because, you know, I just feel like you'll be there and, you know, you might be like, hey, I'm going to be over at such and such relatives tomorrow or something. And then
you do take me for granted sometimes.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I never mean to. You know, you don't know what you got until it's gone. It's, you know, if you.
No, I'm not going anywhere. Don't worry.
You go back over to Lone Eagle, you're like, forget you. I'm going back to Lone Eagle. I'm just playing. I'm just joking. It's not like she really left Lone Eagle. It's just she's usually asleep when he goes on in the morning. So.
Yeah.
Have you? I haven't, and I missed the shows too because of that. Because I like.
Yeah, he goes on, and he wants to try to go earlier than that even.
Oh,
but,
really?
Yeah.
I might have a chance of watching him if he goes on a little bit earlier to be right before I go to bed. So.
Me too. Yeah.
But yeah, I like saw it at 4:44 this morning a.m., 4:44 a.m. That was 5:44 for you. So yeah. And then I only slept like 5 hours. I was feeling really tired. I was like,
last night.
Should I go back to bed for a little nap or something?
Yeah. Let's go back to bed.
But you know, a week ago, I wouldn't have been able to survive on 5 hours. I used to, every night was 5 hours is all I would ever get. But it's like, I don't know, the symptoms of things, the energies, they just wear me out, or I don't know what it is. But I tend to need more sleep these days. I try to get a full 8 hours. and I usually have an 8-hour sleep track playing, so I know when you know, my time is up. And a lot of times the music stops, and I'm like, I wish the music would just go one more hour. You know, maybe I need to switch to the 9-hour music track. Huh?
Go put the 10 hours on.
Yeah. But there was a few days, I don't know, a couple weeks back, I guess, where I had to run it back a couple hours, and then I woke up and it was off again. So I was getting like, I slept like 10 hours, and I don't know. It was the energies were heavy. Have you been feeling them? You felt a little bit of anxiety earlier, right?
Yeah. I do feel them. Last night it was intense again. A lot of pressure and a lot of pressure around the third eye, all kinds of prickly, strange things.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff going on up there. I don't know if they're ants or spiders or creepy crawlers, but
Oh, did you see the one comment someone left about the spiders in the brain?
yeah. Yeah, I wonder sometimes.
Yeah, I do too. You have to, you know, when you're
Mm.
open-minded about stuff, you tend to consider a lot of things that you might not consider otherwise, you know?
I know.
You got quiet on the, you're like, don't go to the dark stuff, dude.
No. No, we don't need.
That's where
no
we draw the
fear.
line.
No fear, no fear.
No, it's no fear at all.
I feel protected.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel safe. I don't think there's anything we have to fear.
Yeah, you know, I do too. And like I was talking with Michelle Walling about wanting to have some kind of ET contact, but whenever I really think about it, it seems like it would, I don't know. I've just seen pictures of other types of beings, and then I imagine one being in the room with me staring back at me, and I can't imagine a situation where it wouldn't be creepy as hell, you know, to be honest with you. I wish it wasn't, you know, I wish I could be used to it, but whenever that time comes, I think it's going to be a little bit difficult not to have my heart start racing. And, you know, I just wish I would have, I don't know. And then there's something that tells me that it might be something really familiar about it if it ever happens, that I'll be like, oh yeah, what's up? You know, to be like a long lost brother or something that I forgot about.
Yeah, it's funny, I was thinking about, remember that dream I told you? Well, I don't remember the dream, but that morning I told you I woke up and I went, wow.
Yeah.
But I can't remember whatever it was.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was something like that, you know, like it was, yeah.
That's how I feel too. I feel like, you know, once something triggers something, you'll have all these thoughts come back.
Yeah.
And, you know, I feel like, let's see. Yeah, one is saying there's good ETs, bad ETs, neutral ETs, like humans probably. And I totally agree with that. I totally am not on board with the whole idea that aliens are demons.
Yeah.
You know, fallen angels. Now, I mean, even in that theory, the fallen angels were still a third of the overall group of angels. So even in that theory itself of saying that the ETs are fallen angels, if you want to take the religious view of it, that still would leave you with twice as many good angels. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I asked Dan about what he thought about aliens and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he said he says everything is connected. He doesn't even think of them as aliens because we are one. We are, you know, like they're just in a different dimension. We can't see them, but we're all one, you know, like we're our part of creation. So to him, it's not something separate.
Yeah, one is saying that we could be the fallen angels. Can't argue with that one.
Yeah, we don't know, you know, like. it's hard to
We've been blindfolded
yeah.
in a way.
But it's hard. We just can't wrap our head around everything. There's too much we don't know about, you
Yeah.
know? And it would be too much to find out everything at once. So that's why it just comes slowly and slowly, and like it's gonna come faster, I think. It's coming faster.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, it's like not only don't we really truly know anything, we have been conditioned to feel like we do. So not only do we have to get over that, we've got to get over that hurdle first before we can
Yeah.
ever expect to learn anything. And I think as much as possible, we have to become unbiased and on the fence about things, open-minded.
Because when you think of scientists and stuff, everything out there, pretty much a lot of stuff are just theories,
Yeah.
A lot of things were not even proven. It's like they just think it might be that way,
Yeah.
and that's what they teach in school, but they're just theories. It's not the truth. So you have to get rid of all that, get rid of all you think you know, and starts from scratch. It's
Yeah,
just
I
like
totally agree.
making oatmeal, like
That's private, Josee. Everybody's like, what's the deal? Now we got to tell them. All right. I'll come clean about it. So she's doing her live show last night, and she's doing her live show, and I was preparing I was preparing some oatmeal, right? Well, during the live shows, I think it was Dead GPK said something to me, and I didn't notice because I was preparing. And then, I heard Josee say something like, Dad, I don't think he saw the comment. He's going to be in and out. And I was like, oh, well, I was just cooking some food. I'm here. I'm just listening or something. And she said, well, what are you cooking? And I'm like, oatmeal, right? So she laughs. Someone else in the chat laughs because I said I'm cooking oatmeal. And, typically you just pull out, the oatmeal, you boil some water and prepare it on the stove. And then I realized they had no idea I was preparing like microwave version of it in the packets. So they were already laughing at me saying I was cooking and I was doing it with the pot on the stove, which I wasn't, but the fact that I used cooking for that, I should have said preparing. I wasn't trying to deceive anyone, but I wasn't going to come out and say something at that point when they were already laughing at me cooking it on the stove. So
we love you.
All are laughing, and I'm like pouring these packets in because I made 2 packets because they're like, I don't know, little kid size or whatever.
And I was telling him you should put nuts and raisins in there. Really, way too much work. It's already flavored.
Yeah, it was banana flavored. And I looked around. I was like, "Is there some raisins or nuts? That's a pretty good idea." I didn't see any, so. So yeah, I'm not really a chef. Shane the chef, one says. And
the
a lot of times,
Shane cooking show.
Well, first you pull out your microwave oatmeal packet and you warm some water up. Yeah, so yeah, it was totally funny because I'm sitting there making it, and by the time that they're like laughing at me, I'm already starting to eat it because it just takes a second to make, and so it was just I didn't want to.
Funny.
So I came clean with her today, and I'm like, all right, let's just keep that between us, Then she starts cracking inside jokes about it. It is pretty funny though. Yeah, I don't mind laughing at myself because usually if I'm hungry, I just want the hunger to go away and just to get back to whatever I'm doing.
Same way.
And,
whatever will fill the hole.
Exactly. I just want the hunger to go away. So I try to do the quickest thing possible, and I'm trying to stay away from, you know, processed foods and things like that. So oatmeal seems like, you know, a pretty legit way to go. And
well, if you don't get it in a package, it's even better. But
hey, baby steps, all right?
yes, dear.
Plus, I didn't do the shopping. I look, hey, we got oatmeal packets. Look at this. You know, that's how it is. A lot of times it's a scavenger hunt. It's like, what can I fix here? You know, ramen noodles. I've had them the last few times. And, yeah, so just whatever, you know.
Yeah. I'm sorry I put you on the spot, but I love
Nah,
you so much.
I'm glad I can be there to laugh at. So
Yeah.
somebody left me a comment, you know, when I had Sylvia on the other day. They left me this comment. They said, "Thanks so much for this. I laughed for 4 minutes straight. And please forget to unmute your guest from now on. I can have a 6-pack in no time if your videos don't start like this." And they're like laughing at the fact that I didn't notice her sound wasn't up, you know. And I hate that it works that way because I can hear just fine, but it doesn't go out. The output doesn't go out. So I don't know that you guys can't hear until people start saying something. So it just kind of sucks. It almost happened today again, and I looked over. I'm like, why is the thing not moving? And it's just strange because the input has to be selected right, and you can put it on default. It's a bug in OBS. You can put it on default, and if you change your default to something else, it doesn't follow it to the default. It stays on whatever setting you have it on. So you have to go in there and manually change it. So I do apologize when that happens. I hate when it happens. And today I was able to check it because we are on the actual same track today. So they wouldn't have heard either one of us today.
Yeah, we're running side by side today.
Yeah. That's how my CPU usage go up. It's like, you're moving too much. Slow down.
Oh, really? If you move too much on your screen?
Yeah, you know how the way the compression works. This is why the whole reptilian thing happens to people on their face. Because what the compression does is, if something doesn't move, it just repeats those pixels. Yeah. And there's these sort of like keyframes where they're like reference frames to know that things are a certain way at this certain point. And sometimes they don't, they skip or lag or don't get updated, and you don't have that keyframe in there. So that's what happens. It's like you get a bleed over from two types of frames. So people will look this way and then they'll look this way, and you'll get this half of their iris and this half of their iris, and it makes that reptilian looking.
Yeah.
You know, or they'll blink and you'll get sort of their eyelid half closed or whatever, but everything else will look fine, and it looks like just their eyes are freaky. Well, their eyes were the only thing that moved, so it went to update the eyes blinking because the face, the head didn't move, the background didn't move. That was the only thing that needed to change, and it causes some of these artifacts on the screen that look reptilian. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I'm just saying that a lot of the footage people. Like there was one of Justin Bieber going around, and the compression made it look like he was a reptilian, but they had the original uncompressed footage, and you could see that his eyes didn't do anything weird. Now, I do know people have said they've seen stuff happen in real life like that, and so I don't know. That would be pretty creepy, though.
Yep. Just have to tell sorry. Dan came here and was talking to me. Hi, honey.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you got to go. You're like, sorry, you gotta go.
No, sorry, gotta go. No, no, just Dan came in and he didn't know I was here with you because I got my headphone. He can't hear you.
Right on. Send him the love from the chat and from me. Hey, yes. Dan.
Jane says, hi, Dan.
Please don't take her away from me again. I don't know what I'll do. No bathroom breaks, please. Yeah, I need to. There's actually like an ad button you can press somewhere. My son was telling me he was watching one of the gaming YouTubers that he likes, and the guy was streaming. He's like, "What does this button do?" And then it started a commercial for everybody. And everybody came back in like 15 seconds and was like, don't push that. That made us all go watch an ad for 15 seconds or something.
That's funny.
That's so funny. I'm like, he did that on purpose. There's no way.
Oh, that's too funny.
Oh, here it is. Let me try it out. I'm just playing. Nah, I'm just joking. Matter of fact, I make sure that the monetization is turned off. Don't you hate when you're trying to join a live stream and it's like, you know, it starts a commercial or something? You're like, I just want to get into the stream, you know? So I always make sure that.
It never happened to me, I don't think.
Oh, really? Yeah, I make sure it bypasses any kind of ads or whatever. And the kind that are on the screen that you click and sort of a pain in the butt.
Viagra and stuff like that. Yeah,
Now, the funny thing is, when I do the one with Nathan, since I play that SOS song by the Police at the beginning of it, it hasn't done it on the last one, maybe because the streams have been so long, and maybe because they glitched a little bit, it can't pick it up, who knows, but it hasn't on some of them, because I play the SOS song, they'll put an ad on there because of the SOS song being in there. Now, of course, that goes to the Police or whoever the record label is or whatever, but it's just fine because during the stream itself, it's not picking it up. So it's only on playback that they might add an ad in there. But I don't think they've done that for the last few shows we've done together. So I don't know if they're like, well, we're already getting paid on these other ones. I don't know how any of the ad stuff really works, to be honest. I'm just speculating. Okay, what am I missing here? I think I saw some red flip by. Oh, Sharon Taylor says she loves us.
Aw, I love you too.
Yeah. Hack Micron. Glad you slipped in. Sadie. Hope you had a great day at work. So, oh, hear my grandson in there laughing. Tell you what, grandkids can just melt your heart, you know what?
Oh, they do. Yeah, I saw a couple more pictures of my new niece. My niece's daughter. They're so pretty. She might look like you. Her daddy is black and her mom is white.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Any Indian?
Well, on her mother's side, on my side,
Yeah.
native. Yeah.
That's cool.
I think she's gonna be really pretty.
That's awesome.
I like the mixes. Mix pretty cute.
Yeah.
Don't you think Shane looks so pretty? Look at that little face. He's a princess too. Who said yesterday that when you have a gap, you're a princess? I don't know.
Super.
Yay! We're princesses.
It was a previous life, not this one. Yeah, but yeah, I have no problem getting in touch with my feminine side, but
no, and you do a great job.
I appreciate that.
No, seriously, yeah, I think you're well balanced between the masculine and feminine, you know, like energies. I think you're pretty well balanced. Yeah.
I definitely try to be.
Well, you're doing a good job.
7 grandbabies. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, congrats. Yeah, I've just got the one boy. He's going to be, oh my gosh, I just realized his birthday's in like 6 days.
Aw.
Wow.
He'll be 2, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because the due date was the 19th, 4/19, and he ended up coming a week early. So yeah. Yeah. 6 days from now. That's amazing.
We're gonna have a party live.
Yeah. Yeah, because I thought when it was the 19th, 4/19, I thought, oh my gosh, what if he's born on 4/20? Is he gonna, you know, one little thing in your whole life is like, you know what I mean? It's like everybody's celebrating on my birthday every year. I have to. No, but
Well,
I found out it's Hitler's birthday.
There's a big party going on in Quebec on my birthday.
Oh yeah.
I was born June 24th, and it's Saint John the Baptist Day in Quebec, and there's
Oh,
parades. It's like the 4th of July, you know, but in Quebec, and it's there's parades and live shows outside, and people getting drunks on the streets, and so yeah.
yeah.
So but they party. They all party on my birthday, but they forget to call me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. That's when you say poor baby.
Poor baby.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's good to be open-minded about stuff. Once you figure that you've got it all figured out, then you know, you can't learn anything if you know everything already.
Well,
That's sort of my motto.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you have to stay open. You never
Yeah.
know, you know, like it.
Yeah, I don't agree with everything, but I do put everything on the shelf, you know, because you just never know when you might pull it out off the shelf and blow the dust off. You're like, oh, this actually is making sense now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So the Schumann resonance, I have not checked the Schumann resonance myself today anyway. Let me look at that really fast and see what we got going on. I usually either go to Heart Math because they have all of the, well, they don't have the Russian one on there. So if you go to Mr. MBB.333, you can see the Russian Schumann resonant. What's going on here? I haven't been on this computer. MBB333.com. Just wondering if the site was taken down or if, they're trying to redirect me somewhere else. I wonder if it's just, let me try it on this computer here. Great, excellent resource for anybody that, whoops, typing on the wrong keyboard. Here we go.
There we go.
Oh, thank you, Magnetic. I appreciate you. Let's see, the Schumann resonance. For anybody that doesn't know, it's Mr. MBB or MRMBB333.com, and you can go here and I just clicked on Schumann resonance there at the bottom, and then it pulls this up, and you can just scope out what's going on with it. I'm gonna actually click it. You see it's pretty quiet right now. Now, if you guys are used to looking at this on the Heart Math website, this is actually upside down compared. Normally, they have the lowest frequency on the lowest part of this and the highest frequency up here. This one's flip-flop. So you got, you know, the 7.83 hertz is actually right here at this line. This is what's normal. So it's pretty normal right now. But you can see all these times where we had these sort of spikes. And also those lines that we've been having, these up and down, this pulsating we've been having, that's starting to die down as well. I wish I could show you a picture of what I'm talking about, but it looked like a graph last week when we looked at it. There was just, thing was like 3 or 4 times an hour, you'd see these up and down lines, distinct lines, like there was a pulsating going on. And
the white strip across, is that?
Well, this was up and down. Let me see if I can share my screen on this one. Share screen. And we'll share this screen. There we go. So you can see this now, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna click on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there was some distinct up and down lines. You can see here on the left. Is it off the? It's off the screen for the viewers. Let me move it over a little bit. This is 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So it goes up and down. The lines that I was talking about were kind of like this line, but really thin. Sort of like it looks right in here. It was just these up and down lines. Let me see. Oh, I can make it bigger. Yeah, these up and down lines. It's just strange the way it was. It looked like a graph because it's normally more like this, where it's just sort of faded and gradient colors just fading into each other. But then there's all these up and down lines, and
But
look like
what's that big white bar?
Yeah, that's some kind of surge. And it lasted a while. You can see these are hours down here, so it lasted for over an hour, some kind of surge.
Yeah.
And it went through the spectrum.
Where are we now? Is that today?
Now we're at this edge on the right here, so it's really quiet right now. This is 4.
I see.
Oh, I guess it switched to my time. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's 4. It's pretty quiet. This is pretty normal right now.
And what is the greenish yellow and red?
Yeah, the color spectrum. It starts with green is it increases from green to this white, and it goes through the color spectrum like you see here. This gets into the yellows and oranges and reds, and then it gets white when it's really strong.
Well, thank you, teacher.
And that is compared to let's see, Schumann. Whoops. It's heart math. There's this other site that's pretty cool. It's the heartmath.org site. And if you go here, this is what I was saying. These are upside down from what we were just looking at. But what's cool about this site is that you can see all of the different locations. So along the right side here, you can find your location, but you can see here it goes from 1 to 6, and then underneath you can see, let's see, 4 is Alberta, Canada. So you might want to like look at.
Well, I'm far from there.
Well, but it's probably the closest to you, because there's one in California, Saudi Arabia, Lithuania, Alberta, Canada, Northland, New Zealand, and South Africa. So that's, even though it's really far away from you, that's that whole region of Earth that you're in.
I see.
And this one, like South Africa, has been going nuts. Look at that.
Yeah, I see that.
And 2 has been going nuts. What is 2? 2 is Saudi Arabia. So these are days. You can see the date there.
Quiet where I am at.
Yeah.
Is that today? Oh yeah, that's today here.
Yeah.
It's getting stronger today.
Yeah, and you can actually scroll down and you can see this graph here where you can compare all of the different graphs together. You can hover over it. Just keep in mind your number, and you can see which numbers are peaking at any specific time.
I see.
Yeah, and you can close this. Let me scoot this over. I think I'm cutting it off here. You can close down the area that you want to look at. Like if you just want to look at the last week or something. You can. So it's pretty cool. You can see where the spikes are and all of that. It's a pretty cool site.
Wow, you're so smart. Thank you.
I try to be.
No, it's nice because I hear about it, but I didn't, like look into it much, and because you don't know what you're looking at, when you look at the, like it's nice to know actually what you're looking at.
Yeah, that's sort of the thing that I always point to when people say the frequency has increased. And to think of it as the frequency increasing is to say like the note is curving upward, but really it's the note's staying the same. It's just we're getting higher notes with it, if that makes sense. So it isn't like, like on a guitar, you might bend a string upward and that would be increasing the frequency. But this is really increasing the amplitude.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you're playing the string louder and higher strings along with the low string. So it's still at 7.83 hertz, you know, which is the note it's playing, if you will. But it's playing these other ones. And the cool thing is I put this into my software, and I added the 100 hertz to each of these to bring it into the range of what we can hear, because these are we only hear it like 20 hertz and above, and that's super bassy, you know what I mean? So by adding 100 to it, I was able to hear what they sounded like, and the notes actually harmonize like a chord on a piano or a guitar or something. It's really neat. It's like literally playing music that we can't hear.
Well, you should show us that sometime.
Yeah, I should do that sometime.
Yeah,
Actually,
I would like to hear that.
I have it somewhere. Let's see, stop sharing.
On a shelf?
Well, I have a file. I was going to bring it up on one of the episodes, or maybe I did. I can't remember if I did or not, but I can see I'm working the computer a little bit too hard.
Well, that's
But yeah, that's an excellent site you can go to. He's got some really cool pictures and stuff too on that site. Have you been there and looked at the pictures?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, he features a lot of them on his videos and stuff.
I wonder if people in the chat saw the horses with mustaches.
Oh, not so fancy Nancy has to go. Bye-bye. Have fun.
Bye, Nancy.
Thanks for stopping in. Oh, did Party Puppy hop in here? Did I miss him? Yeah. Party Puppy.
Pop.
Had to get a little snow on the ground to get him in here, I guess. Otherwise, he'd be out on a bike. That's where I'd be if I had a bike.
Yeah, I like riding with Party Puppy. It's so cool.
Oh, yeah, he's always got the great music, too. Let's see. Did I miss Kiri, too? Yeah, Kiri, what's up? Been missing you. I was just thinking about you last night. I'm like, whatever happened to Kiri? Does she not come in anymore?
Oh. Yeah, I guess she's busy with her kids and stuff.
Yeah, people get busy with life.
When you have to do everyday life too, huh?
Yeah, I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Just looked up 4242. So what do you have? Do you have anything planned this weekend? Or are you able to hop on with us tomorrow?
What time would that be at?
It's gonna be, I think, around. I'll have to double check with Michelle. I think she'll be free around 3 your time, 3 or 4. So like 3 or 4. I could see if I'll find out tonight, because I think she should probably be hopping in the chat pretty soon here herself if she hasn't already. Because I think she was free by 4 today.
If you need me, if you really want me to, I'll come. I want to go live tomorrow too with Dan. We're gonna talk about money and stuff, you know, because I had that. He's got really good ideas, you know, like about the system and stuff and how it works, you know, like, and because we've been out of the money system pretty much, you know, like we still need money, we still get a little money, but we really like just enough to get groceries and stuff, you know, like. So.
Right. Yeah, I remember on one of your live broadcasts, what the last one I saw with you and him talking about if something really broke out or whatever, you guys are pretty much off the grid anyway. I mean, it wouldn't be as devastating to you all as it would be for a lot of other people.
I don't know. I was without a kitchen for 6 months when we redid the kitchen. I just had a bucket under the, like, and now our sink in the kitchen is not functional for a couple months or more. Like I just go with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, even if we don't have any power, we have the wood stove, and like, you guys all come here. I'll feed you.
Yeah, we had well, I guess it was the winter before last. Our furnace was
Whoa.
not working for a couple of winters, so we had to get electric space heaters, and it would have been nice to have a wood burning stove. That's what you guys have, right?
Yeah, but it sounds nice, but it's a lot of work, and it's a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
smoke, and it's
Yeah, I don't want to
dirty.
make it sound like it's I'm just talking
Yeah,
about our electric bill. It would have been nice to be able to throw some wood off in it, and because our
yeah,
electric bill with a bunch of space heaters was just off the
yeah.
off the
That's what we
chart.
do now. But
You
you
have to do
gotta do
space
what you
heaters
gotta.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Our furnace is not functional anymore, and we just can't afford the oil. It's too expensive. It's crazy. Like, if anyway, it's okay. We don't like it anyway.
Do
We
you
don't
have
want to
a
be in the system.
you have a lot of evergreen trees up there, right?
Yeah.
Are those? Do you have to deal with the whole? What do they call it? Creosote or what is it called? Where you have to worry about what type of wood you burn in your stove because it can build up in the flue
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, it does. Well, there's different woods that'll create that, but
Right. I
you
think it's
can
like pine, isn't it?
buy a log. They call it creosote log.
Right.
You just burn that in your stove, and it'll just disintegrate everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you have to be careful. Like, it can be dangerous. You can have a chimney fire. And I've been bugging down for a creosote log all winter. Didn't get it yet.
Well,
But
be careful. That can explode, right?
no, it just catches on fire. But this
Uh,
house is made out of cardboard, pretty much. So,
yeah.
but then I would go to 5D in a flame.
It's like the old flame chariot there, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sure you've got some higher help support there. Make sure that doesn't
Oh,
happen.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
They
I'm sure.
probably put a creosote log in there for you without you knowing about it.
Something like that. Yeah, I'm
You're like,
sure.
you're not getting off that easy, buddy.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Oh, it's okay. I'm okay with it now.
That's
I
cool.
wanted it so bad. I wanted it yesterday and last week, and now it's just starting to have fun actually. So
Yeah,
let's
that's
just
for me.
let's just you know.
For me, that started right after the I am thing, and realizing that I was getting to those feelings that I didn't like by my own allowing it to happen, I guess, and that it was really up to me to take control of how I was feeling and to be in charge of my emotions and my impatience about things happening. And I did find an inner peace by really working on the whole I am information and taking charge of that. And I don't know, it just something clicked during that whole thing that really helped me to see things a little bit clearly. And so, yeah, I guess right before Christmas in December, when I was going through that, I sort of became content with whatever the timeline is, that I'm not going to trip off of it anymore. I'm not going to let myself get down in the dumps, because if I do, it's only because I allow myself to. So it's really helped out a lot to not dip down so low that you're like, just help me out of here. I ask for help way before it gets bad. So,
Yeah.
and it's not all happy all the time, but you know, I haven't had the really low lows. And I've, like you said, I've been having a blast. The love coming out of the chat, it's just, it
I
keeps me
know,
going.
it's so amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like a big Lightworker rally and stuff every time we get on here. It's feel the love energy. How is that possible? How is it possible to feel it later on playback? You know?
Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, love is powerful. Powerful stuff.
Yeah, so powerful.
It is amazing. So what time are you gonna go on tonight, Jose?
I'm
Are you
not
going on
sure if
tonight
I'll,
and tomorrow? Or
I think, well, for sure tomorrow. I want to have Dan on.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll do it today if I'm going to be on with you tomorrow. I'll see how Dan feels. He's been out cutting wood all day, so,
Mhm.
you know, he's not a young chicken anymore.
Well, we'll be on about this time tomorrow again, somewhere
Mhm.
right around in here. So people can join in tomorrow around this time. So either day that works for you, for, you know, doing your live stream, you'll have plenty of time afterwards.
Mhm.
'Cause it's only 5:30 there, so 5:35, right? Or
Yeah.
5:37, or is it 5:36?
36. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's better to get on a little bit early like this. This is pretty early for our Australian viewers, but it's a pretty good time, I think, especially on the weekend for America and our European viewers. And I think we have a few in South Africa, but I think they're right around that same time too.
Yeah, I usually find myself going on around 9-ish, you
Yeah.
know? That's when, because we have supper late, and so it's usually like between 8 and 9, 8 and 10,
Yeah.
you know, somewhere around that. Oh, hey, um, you know, what Digital Intel, I told you about him,
Yeah.
and Angela Cordero, I think.
Mm-hmm.
She started something, it's called chat roulette, and it's really interesting. You guys should check it out. If some of you are interested in going live, you know, just trying it out, what they do is they go live for 30 minutes and then they just spin the roulette, pass it on to someone else. Virtual roulette, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really interesting if you want to try to do a live show. There's not too many people watching, so it's not too intimidating. And it gives you an idea of what it's like, you know, to
Yeah.
go live. And you can share a little bit of your story, and you can answer people in the chat. And I think it would be nice for a lot of people. Like I know Aaron Klein was talking about maybe doing live. That would be like a good platform to start, you know.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was a great idea.
And I think they added a new function where you can go live with your phone pretty easily now.
Yeah, it
I've
is
never
really
tried
easy.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like Facebook Live.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know
just
about
that's what
that.
I'm using now. The YouTube Live. You just click the button, put
Mm-hmm.
your title, and click go live, and that's it. It's really easy.
That's nice. And so it's like passing the baton, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And gives everybody a chance for people to get to know you and hear you. And yeah. Sorry, I'm
And
in
it's
Oklahoma.
nice.
It's wearing off on me.
It's nice to get to know people too and see their faces. But you don't even have to put your face. You can just do your voice if you don't want to show your face.
Is there an
But I know,
option to put like just a screenshot up there or something? I know
yeah,
that
I'm sure
Jen
because
did it, but I'm not
yeah,
sure.
Jen does it. Yeah, there's an option. You can put a picture or something. I wouldn't know how to do it, but you guys, there's a lot of smart people out there, right?
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, is that the community is so wonderful. If you don't know how to do it, just ask and somebody will help you do it. I've never gone live with the phone, but I've seen it done a lot. So I mean, I wouldn't be nervous about trying it out. It's just I just never have. If I was on location somewhere, I wouldn't hesitate to try it. I've seen the go live button, but I just haven't pushed it. I'm never really out and about, and I don't have data on any of my phones. So my phones that used to have service work, but they're using the internet in my home. They're just on the Wi-Fi here, so I can't venture too far from the house or I lose my connection. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I would definitely suggest anybody that feels the urge to get on there. Don't feel like you have to have, you know, a ton of subscribers.
Just look at Chat Roulette on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And,
oh yeah, Kira's done it. Kiri's done it. That was pretty fun. I remember that. I think the last time I saw you, it was in your own stream. I hadn't seen you around, but there's Michelle. Glad you made it.
Hello, Michelle.
What time? You said tomorrow around 4. You guys are same time zone, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, tomorrow around 4. Will that work for you, Michelle? I'll wait to get an answer from her. There's a little bit of a delay, but something like that. You know, not too late. I think tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow it's going to be Sunday night, so for the people in the UK, we don't want to do it too late for our worldwide viewers, I should say.
Yeah.
I always say UK instead of Europe. I really mean Europe because there's people from all over Europe that tune in. Hate to leave people out.
Why are you wiggling so much?
Just trying to get comfortable.
You're gonna look like a reptilian.
Oh, is it? It's doing that, huh? Oh, that's interesting.
No, it's not. But
No, it's not doing the compression thing.
yeah,
I'll be careful not to look right and then left really fast, where it gives me the reptilian slits. Might creep myself out a little bit. That's funny. Dead GBK is still lurking. Oh yeah, Mr. MBB 333 just put out another. Have you seen his wildlife, the animals acting strange videos?
Yes, I have.
He just put out another one. What do you think the deal is with that? Do you think it's the
Well,
one?
animals can feel and see a lot of things we don't.
Yeah, I've heard that. Like they'll respond to a tsunami coming way before anybody knows. So if you're like on the beach somewhere and all the animals start running up the hill, I would definitely follow suit.
Yeah,
you know
or
what I mean?
if you're in a forest and you can't hear any noises, any animals, you got to wonder what's going on. You know,
Oh,
there's something going on,
I bet.
something lurking, something going on. Yeah,
Get the hints.
yeah. That's why you need to be in the moment.
That's true.
Because if you're not in the moment, you miss it.
Yeah, that reminds me of hey Harley. That reminds me of Sherry when she was on talking about when that orb came when she was in the pool and everything got silent and eerily silent, you know, and she was just sitting there hovering by her and it seemed like it was stopping the sound or something. That was pretty strange. That's another indicator, I guess, sound.
Yeah.
Hey, Lori. Glad you could hop in here. Let's see. Here at the end, anyway.
5:54, so 4:54, 4:44.
Oh yeah.
It's 5:44.
5:44. Oh, let's see. I guess we will. Yep, 4:44 here, as well as here. It is here in Central Time where I'm at. 4:44. So let's see. So, do you think you're going to be on tonight or tomorrow, or you're going to decide later?
I might come on live later, a little later, yeah.
All right,
And
cool.
I'll join you if you want me on. I'll join you. I don't know why you would want me on with Michelle and Scott. They have a lot to say already, but I'm always happy to go on with you.
Right. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't think Scott has. I think he's only got Messenger, and I don't want to try to run that, so might have to wait for him. But yeah, that didn't work out too well last time we tried that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if he can get on Hangouts.
Well, it's not hard to just download it. He can download.
Yeah, he's just. I think he's limited on space on his phone, so.
Oh.
So we'll see what happens. I think he's on Apple too, but which is another hurdle I think with Hangouts. But yeah, he's he said we should expect some energies this coming week or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I need to go back and read the chat. I was in the middle of the broadcast and I didn't get to check it out, but I think that was pretty much the gist of it. But anyway, all right. So I guess we will wrap this one up. Lots of love and light to each and every one of you out there.
Love you guys. See you later.
And we'll see you on the next one. We'll be back tomorrow, and Josee will either be back on tonight or tomorrow after the show. But at any rate, we will be here again tomorrow for you.
Yeah.
So until next time, have a good one, you guys.
Peace.
Peace.